All right, let's be honest. When your boss says, "Hey, can I give you some feedback?" Your stomach drops faster than when your phone slips off the bed and you're praying it didn't crack. Feedback feels scary. And to make it worse, most leaders hate giving it almost as much as employees hate hearing it. 7 out of 10 managers admit they're uncomfortable giving feedback, but 3 out of 4 employees actually want more of it. So yeah, welcome to the world's most awkward paradox. Everybody's dying of thirst, but nobody wants to hand out the water. That's where Jeff Hancher's book, Firm Feedback in a Fragile World, comes in. The guy basically says, feedback isn't about helping your boss look good or hit his quarterly bonus so he can buy a slightly bigger Tesla. Done right, feedback is about helping you grow, hit your own goals, and actually become the person you want to be. Revolutionary, right? A boss who cares about your goals, not just his next KPI. Now, here's the catch. Giving feedback is like walking a tightrope in clown shoes. Push too hard, your people quit. Say nothing, and you're stuck cleaning up their mess. Some leaders go full micromanager, breathing down your neck about how you peel a banana. Others just avoid feedback altogether and hope problems magically disappear. Spoiler alert, they don't. The key is building enough trust so people don't just hear your feedback, they actually use it. Think back to the best leader you ever had. Odds are, it wasn't the one who only clapped from the sidelines like your mom at a school play. It was the one who held you to a higher standard, who saw your potential and shoved you toward it, even when it felt uncomfortable. That's what feedback is supposed to be, a nudge toward who you can become. But here's where leaders screw it up. They either go passive, only giving feedback when the office is already on fire, or they go aggressive, barking orders like a drill sergeant with a caffeine addiction. Or worst of all, they go passive-aggressive, not saying anything directly, but slamming doors, sighing loudly, or emailing per my last message until everyone's anxiety skyrockets. None of these work. The better way? Assertive feedback. Assertive means clarity with care. It's saying, here's the expectation, here's how you missed it, but I believe you can fix it. No sugar-coated sandwiches where every compliment is just a setup for the knife. No exaggerated you always or you never. Just facts, respect, and accountability. And speaking of accountability, bro, it matters. If you tell your team, be on time, but ignore it when Dave rolls in at 9:45 with a caramel macchiato, you're teaching the whole team that rules are optional. And once you lose credibility, good luck getting it back. That's why Jeff Hancher says accountability is the backbone of leadership, not tyranny, not I'm the boss, so do what I say. Accountability with compassion. He even gives you the 5 questions technique for when expectations aren't met. Instead of yelling, you ask 1, do you know what the expectation is? 2, can you explain it back to me? 3, why is meeting this good for you? 4, what changes will you make? 5, if this continues, what should we do? Simple, clear, and puts the responsibility back on the employee without turning you into Darth Vader. Now, let's talk types of feedback, because not all feedback is created equal. There are 3 flavors: directive, collaborative, and supportive. Directive is when there's no time to debate. Think safety protocols, a furious client on the phone, or the Wi-Fi router catching fire. You don't gather opinions. You say, here's the fix, do it now. Collaborative feedback is for your experienced people who know their jobs. It's about asking questions. What's working? What's in your way? How do we fix this together? It's feedback that feels like coaching, not babysitting. And supportive feedback is about empathy. It's for when high performers hit a rough patch or someone just needs to vent before they can get back in the game. You're not letting them off the hook. You're just reminding them they're human and you've got their back. But all this only works if you've been making what Jeff calls deposits. Deposits are the thank yous, the encouragements, the little, hey, how was your weekend? Chats. If all you do is withdraw, criticize, correct, demand, you burn out the trust account. Then, when you do give feedback, it feels like an attack instead of a lifeline. That's why one-on-ones matter so much. Those little conversations about both work and life build the foundation. The more deposits you make, the more permission you earn to give the hard feedback when it's needed. And here's another big one. Feedback isn't good or bad, it's just data. It's information to help someone adjust for next time. If you pour your emotions all over it, you never care about deadlines, people stop listening and start defending themselves. Keep it factual, keep it specific, and keep it free of drama. Oh, and please, stop with the feedback sandwich. You know, you're great, but you're late. But hey, love the color coding on your spreadsheets. That doesn't work. People either get confused or start dreading every compliment because they assume bad news is coming right after. Say what's good. Say what needs fixing. Don't mix the two like some weird office Big Mac. Now, before we wrap, let me slide in my own little feedback moment. If you're still watching this video, it means I did something right. So here's your growth opportunity. Hit that subscribe button. Consider it my assertive feedback for you. The expectation is clear, the action is simple, and the benefit is mutual. You get smarter about leadership, and I get to keep making these videos instead of yelling, "Smash that like" in front of my cat. So final takeaway, feedback is a leader's superpower. It's not about ego or control, it's about building trust, setting clear expectations, and helping people become their best. Firm feedback in a fragile world isn't easy, but it's worth it. Because when feedback flows freely, teams thrive, trust grows, and leaders don't have to pretend they're cool with Dave's 9:45 macchiato anymore.